Time to say good morning to Tyler Orton from Business in Vancouver. Good morning, Tyler.
Good morning, Sonia.
I want to start with Apple, first of all. They're set to have this great big launch, and often it comes with a lot of attention. They're talking about new devices, or a smaller new device.
Well, exactly, and that's just it. Apple hasn't officially revealed what's in store for later this morning, but if you talk to all the tech bloggers, all the analysts, everyone's in agreement. We're going to see a new iPhone. But don't get too excited. This isn't going to be a replacement for the 6S, which just came out in September. This is essentially going to be a revamped version of the 5S. It's going to have kind of all the same functionality of their newest iPhone, but it's going to be a much smaller version of it, about 4-inch screen. So this is meant to be kind of their new entry-level model to get people going in on Apple products, especially the iPhones, which it looks like sales this quarter, they're not as strong as they were this time a year ago. That's why they want to get more people in on the game here. The other thing is that they are going to smaller devices. Of course, the iPad Pro just debuted last year. They're already revamping that a little bit by just making it a little bit smaller screen size as well. Now, this iPad Pro, it has everything from detachable keyboard to a stylus. This is meant for more kind of the enterprise uses, the business-to-business cases that they're going after more so than just kind of having those consumer products available. One thing that we might see, but it's less likely, is a revamped MacBook. The MacBook Air, the MacBook Pro, they haven't gone over major updates in quite some time, so people think that'll either happen today or more likely a little bit more towards June.
I'm really curious about them going to a smaller 5S and a smaller screen, because I thought that actually it was the bigger phones that were doing really well in the market. Like Samsung has done so well by releasing the phones with a much bigger screen. I thought that's what people wanted, so not sure. Is Apple going the right way with this one?
Well, that's what everybody's questioning, because we see that they did debut the 6 Plus just more than a year ago, but honestly this year it just doesn't look as if sales are that great. So I think what they're going for with these smaller models is maybe getting other markets around the world, maybe developing countries. It'll be cheaper for them to gain new markets there by having a smaller model. So that's probably their thinking with regards to that.
All right. Now, a bit early to have a drink, but nevertheless, got to talk about this. Ontario is going to be, you can basically buy your booze online there. Tell us about this and how it links into when we could actually, or if, see that happening here in BC.
Well, Ontario, they're going to get online sales in just a few short months. You talk to the BC Liquor Distribution Branch. They said that it's going to be at least spring of 2017 before we see that going on with them. So the issue here is that we actually do have a limited basis for online sales. It'd be, say, the wineries, the craft breweries. They're permitted to sell it directly from their retail spots, but they have to deliver it to customers as well. So there's delivery costs involved, and there's also, they're not allowed to sell it from off-site warehouses. So it actually takes up shelf space that's very valuable in those retailers. And the government actually just shut down New District e-commerce site. I should say that the e-commerce site suspended their sales after the government determined that their sales were unlawful. These guys were helping a lot of the smaller wineries with their own e-commerce sales. So it wasn't the smaller wineries selling it them directly. It was this e-commerce site. So there are a lot of ways that we can see improvements going forward, but it's going to take at least a year for that to happen in British Columbia.
All right, a year away. Thank you very much, Tyler.
Good day.
For that, have a great day. Take care.